Tens of thousands of people worldwide report the exact same experience, yet hardly anyone says it out loud. A new pet comes into the house, and then something happens that cannot be explained. It goes straight to the spot where the old pet always used to lie, without introduction, without searching. It recognizes an old toy, one it has never seen before. It is familiar with it. It shows the exact same little quirks, the same way of drinking, the same way of demanding attention. And then there's that look, a look that doesn't feel like a strange animal at all. Julia knows this experience. Her cat Loki passed away after 13 years of living together. 4 months later, Yuki arrived, and Yuki immediately ran into Loki's corner, behind the radiator. Julia had never led Yuki there. Yuki just knew, and Julia stood there, trembling. What does this mean? Is it a coincidence? Or is it something we don't understand yet? That is exactly what we are going through today, without judgment, with open eyes, honest until the end. Let's start with the patterns, because there are patterns, documented, repeated patterns. People all over the world report 4 similar experiences when a new pet joins them. First, the new animal seeks out the exact favorite spot of the previous pet, without guidance. Second, it reacts to old toys with a familiarity that no one can explain. Third, it shows the same quirks, the same trilling, the same way of seeking attention. Fourth, eye contact that feels like recognition, not like a stranger. These 4 patterns appear independently in Germany, Japan, Brazil, and Canada. That doesn't mean supernatural. It means it happens too often to be dismissed. Let me tell you 3 of these stories, 3 out of tens of thousands worldwide. Katrin from Cologne lost her cat Momo after 16 years. Then came PETA. PETA immediately ran to Momo's old food bowl and scratched next to it, exactly like Momo. No one had shown PETA that. Momo's bowl wasn't even there anymore. The gesture remained the same. Marcus from Vienna had greeted his cat Felix on the balcony every morning for 8 years. Aiko goes straight to the balcony every single morning and waits there for Marcus, daily. Without training, without explanation, like a memory living on through a new body. And then there's Seo Yun from Seoul. My new pet looks at me like no one else does. Not generally familiar, but specifically familiar, like someone who truly knows me. These 3 stories are different, but they have the same core, the same moment. The moment when something opens up, when grief and wonder stand in the room at the same time. You think, this cannot be a coincidence, and I don't know what it is. This exact moment, this space between explanation and feeling, is our topic today. Now we come to the 3 possible explanations that cover all these stories. Now comes the question that decides everything. How do we explain what people experience? There are 3 honest answers to this question, and all 3 deserve consideration. The first explanation comes from psychology. It's called confirmation bias. When we grieve and a new pet arrives, our mind looks for similarities subconsciously. We notice what fits. What doesn't fit, we see less. That is human, not a weakness. Cats as a species share certain behaviors because they are wired biologically similarly. A new cat finds the warm corner behind the radiator because it is warm. That explains a lot, but it doesn't explain everything, and that is the important difference here. Psychology has a problem. It explains patterns, but not their emotional intensity. It doesn't explain why rational, skeptical people are still deeply shaken in this moment. Julia is a biologist. She doesn't believe in the supernatural, and she says, that look was different. Not romanticized, not wishful thinking, just different, and that confused her deeply and lastingly. The second explanation comes from behavioral research. Cats are highly sensitive beings. They read body language, scent trails, and spatial structure in ways we barely understand. A new pet in a home with a deep feline history completely absorbs these traces. It orientates itself by the invisible information left by its predecessor and behaves accordingly. That sounds sober, and it is part of the truth, perhaps a very large part. But it leaves the third possibility open, the possibility that no science refutes. The possibility that what we call the soul is not bound to a single body. That Loki doesn't live on in Yuki, but that something of Loki echoes in Yuki. Different than before, and yet familiar. Not the same, but recognizable, like an echo. That cannot be measured. It cannot be proven, but it can be experienced. And experiences are real, regardless of the mechanism behind them. I have to pause here for a moment, because this is truly significant for everything that follows. We are not talking about whether a soul exists. That is not the core question of this video. We are talking about what people worldwide actually experience, and what that means for them. What it means is clear. It changes how they grieve, how they live on, how they love. The question, is she coming back, is not a naive question. It is deeply human and justified. But here is something almost no one says clearly. This question has a deeper layer. It isn't really about the body. It is about the connection between you two. About what was real in this relationship. About the way she looked at you. About that specific trilling. The scratching on that exact night. The warmth in that exact spot. These things, these concrete, living things, don't end when a body stops breathing. For the first time in months, Julia sat relaxed on the sofa with a cat. With Yuki. She stroked Yuki's head. Yuki made the same sound as Loki, a specific, deep trill. Julia cried, not out of grief, out of something she couldn't name, a recognition. I'm not asking you if you believe this. Have you ever experienced this yourself? A moment with a new animal that didn't feel like a stranger's moment? A look that you couldn't explain and maybe didn't even want to explain? This moment belongs to you. It is your experience, and it is completely valid. Not because I say so, but because experiences do not need proof to be true. Maybe your cat is coming back. Maybe that is the wrong way to ask. Maybe the more accurate question is, what remains of what was between you? And you feel the answer when a new pet arrives and looks at you in that way. In the moment when something familiar seems to speak to you through a new body. Call it what you want: projection, hope, soul recognition, coincidence, or simply love. It comforts you anyway. It is real anyway, and it deserves space in your heart. I'm asking you for something concrete now. Go to your cat once more today. If you don't have one, recall your last moment with her to your memory. And ask yourself quietly, what of her still carries me today? What never really left? Write to me in the comments about one of these moments of recognition, one you experienced yourself. Thousands of people share the same story. Every single one is worth being heard. You are not alone with this experience. You never were. That is the most important thing today. And the love you feel for your cat, it finds its way. Always. Maybe through memory. Maybe through a new being. Maybe through both. That is not an answer. That is an invitation to remain open to what comes. And if she comes back, in whatever form, you will feel it.